Today on Vox, we'll have information on fall stuff and more. Ben Dudash will have your local weather, and Jay Strandage will have your sports.
It's Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Kendra Taylor.
And I'm Gunnar Taylor.
Tropical storm Beta is expected to make landfall this week. Landfall will happen over Texas and Louisiana with 50-mile-per-hour winds and extreme flooding. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has already put in a disaster declaration for counties within the storm area.
Justin Gavin was on his way to Walgreens in Waterbury, Connecticut to pick up some items for his sister when he noticed a car was engulfed with flames and driving down the street erratically on September 9th, 2020. The car drove past me on fire, Gavin stated. The car came to a stop and Gavin raced to help the driver and the passengers, a mother and 3 of her children. Even though Gavin was scared that the vehicle might explode, he raced to ask the 9-year-old child to please unbuckle her younger siblings, who were a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old.
When this Great Dane Labrador Retriever mix was just 4 months old, firefighters rescued her from the devastating wildfires in Southern California in 2017. She was in an animal shelter in Anemia, California, where they put her on a fire hold to wait to be reunited with her family. When no one had claimed her, a woman named Deborah Jo Cianpuzio adopted her. Deborah had been teaching pet first aid and CPR in her spare time, and she wanted the fire department in Anemia to have special pet oxygen masks to protect dogs in her community like Emma Zen, her dog. Cianpuzio donated 17 masks to the department and trained firefighters on how to use them. Thinking other fire stations could benefit, she created the nonprofit Emma Zen Foundation in 2011 and started reaching out to fire departments from home and on vacation.
Monday afternoon, a lone cowboy was riding alongside vehicles, slowing down the traffic during rush hour. The cowboy was known as the Dreadhead Cowboy, who was a local celebrity whose real name is Adams Hollingsworth. Said he rode down the Dan Ryan Expressway in support of the Kids Lives Matter movement. The initiative aims to raise awareness and motivate residents to fill out the U.S. Census to help communities receive better funding. Quote, "All I'm going to say is we could focus on Kids Lives Matter. This is going to keep happening." End quote. He wrote on Facebook ahead of the ride. Hollingsworth was taken into custody by Illinois State Police.
Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine candidate begins phase 3 trials in the United States today. The single-dose vaccine trials will include up to 60,000 adult participants at nearly 215 sites in the U.S. and internationally. Phase 3 will begin with the first participants receiving doses on Wednesday. Johnson & Johnson Chief Scientific Officer Dr. Paul Stoffel said on a call with reporters. Johnson & Johnson is now the 4th company to begin large-scale clinical trials for a COVID-19 vaccine in the United States.
Judge Richard H. Dinkins is on the road to recovery after having heart surgery and suffering a stroke. He had successful heart valve replacement in July, but suffered a stroke shortly afterwards. He's doing well now, according to his family, and they sound out their thanks and to all who have asked and prayers over Dinkins.
Here's Ben Dudash with your weather.
I'll have your weather and more right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600. 2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote. CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. I'm Ben Dudash, so let's take a look at your weather at glance. Today's high is going to be 73 with a low of 58, and it's going to be mostly cloudy with gusts reaching 5 miles per hour going north-northeast. Thursday is going to be rainy with a high of 66 and a low of 61. Friday, again rainy. This time it's a high of 75 and a low of 63. Now let's take a look at a 7-day weather forecast. Saturday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 81 and a low of 64. Sunday, the same as Saturday. Monday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 80 and a low of 61. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high of 78 and a low of 51. Now let's take a look at our local radar. We're all in the clear as for today, but sooner or later there's going to be some storms and heavy rain heading right through this way. And we'll see that as soon as we go to our national radar. As I was talking about earlier, those storms that I was talking about, they're heading right this way for tomorrow evening. But for today, go outside, run around before all the storms hit this area. And some are also hitting in Orleans and everywhere around there as well. This has been your weather. Now send it over to Jace with your sports.
Find out how it happened and more after this break.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Do you need credit up to $4,000? With a check and a cash flex loan secured by your car title, that's exactly what you could get. Apply for the cash you need today and keep your car. At Check into Cash, a flex loan offers you the funds you need to handle some of life's bigger emergencies. Get started on your flex loan by visiting checkintocash.com/TN. Apply in-store with your car title, receive quick approval, and borrow the funds you need.
Your one-stop money shop, check into cash.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the NBA Western Conference Finals. The Nuggets beat the Lakers 114 to 106. Anthony Davis struggled to grab a rebound as he only had 2 in the game. The Lakers lead the series 2-1. Now to the MLB scores. The Braves are the NL East champions again for the 3rd straight year after beating the Marlins 11-1. The playoffs start October 5th in a bubble setting. The Indians beat the White Sox 5-3. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 12-1, and the Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3. Now to our prep sports. In golf, Cleveland placed first, Bradley 2, and Ottawa 3. In the boys' golf, Bradley placed first, Cleveland second, and East Hamilton third. Oh, in soccer, we have the Walker Valley Lady Mustangs beating Bradley 9-2. Cleveland Heritage at Anderson County Volleyball tonight at 5. For soccer, Chattanooga Patriots will go to Walker Valley. Bradley Central plays at Cleveland at 7. For volleyball, Cleveland at Bradley Central, Walker Valley at Ottawa, and Polk County at CGLA. Friday Night Lights this Friday, Loudoun goes to Polk County, Walker Valley plays Cumberland County, Bradley Central has a bye, and Cleveland has a bye. That's all from sports today. We'll have more news after this break.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool, ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. This Saturday, it's National Public Lands Day. All 56 of our state parks will have ranger-led hikes, volunteer programs, and more dedicated to their celebrations. Registration is recommended to keep a safe amount of people. As well as hikes, Fall Creek Falls is giving out pontoon tours as well. Only 9 people will be on a tour at a time, and it will be from 2 to 4 p.m. Tickets are $10 each.
It is the second day of fall. The temperature is dropping and the leaves are changing. If you want to experience the peak of the foliage here in Tennessee, you'll be able to around October 26th through November 2nd. Some of the best places to see the leaves change would be in the Natchez Trace Parkway, the Great Smoky Mountains, and the Duck River in Coffee County.
Another small plane has crashed in Jackson, Tennessee along the highway of 412. Tuesday afternoon, the pilot went down in the Law Road intersection on Highway 412, and a witness to the scene says the pilot is okay and has no injuries.
Tennessee ranks among the most pet-friendly states in America. SafeWise lists Tennessee as the 9th best overall. They were evaluated and ranked by the percentage of pet-friendly apartments, pet population, pets left in car laws, veterinary report requirement laws, tether laws, anti-cruelty laws, and animal fighting paraphernalia laws.
A man on his 1,500-mile journey has made it to Chattanooga. Rob Bliss started at Jackson, Mississippi, and has made it to Chattanooga. His goal is to walk to Washington, D.C. before Election Day. He plans to walk 25 miles every day for 2 months straight. He's walking for racial injustice.
Former Metro Council member Irvin Carney Ryman died after battling cancer Monday. He served in the Metro Council from 2003 to 2011. He also served in the U.S. Navy during the Korean War in 1952 through 1954. Quote, I am so sorry to hear about the passing of the former council member, Irvin Ryman. He played so many major roles in Metro government. I served on the council with Rip. He was also my friend. I will miss him. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family, end quote, said Vice Mayor Jim Schmollen.
Dollywood adds 1,000-pound pumpkins for harvest celebration. Dolly Parton's Dollywood is starting back their annual fall celebration this weekend. This year, the colossal pumpkins weigh from 800 to 1,500 pounds. Some of the displays include stacks of jack-o'-lanterns to look like a sunflower and a 40-foot tall pumpkin tree. We are online on YouTube at BCHS VOX News.
You can check us out on Facebook and, of course, voxnews.net.
Remind your friends and family to tune in.
You just can't get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for you today, Bradley Central.
And always,
God bless and go Bears.